Hello everyone, and welcome to Arkham Horror, the card game, the Dunwich Legacy. So, what does that mean? Well, I have a little bit of a story to tell. I tried twice to record this scenario with a second person playing as Carolyn. I only had said person's time for 2 hours, and tabletop crashed the first time. But I won't lie, it wasn't looking very good. I had been driven insane for that scenario. But we couldn't finish it because he still had a chance to finish it. The second game, we did much, much better, but the recording cut out halfway through and we completely finished the scenario. So, hopefully we can do as well as the second one, if not better, but definitely nowhere near the first one. So, okay, let's begin. Where do we start here? So this is I should zoom in here. Unfortunately, it'll be me playing Carolyn. Okay. So this is what the campaign log looks like for the Dunwich Legacy. There's a second page here, so this just tells you, like, you go from the prologue to one or the other, boom, 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 boom. Hopefully we don't have to fill this out before the end, but we have contingencies just in case. Alright, the Dunwich Legacy. So first is an excerpt from H.P. Lovecraft, from his story The Dunwich Horror. I'm going to burn his accursed diary, and if you men are wise, you'll dynamite that altar stone up there and pull down all the rings of standing stones on the other hills. Things like that brought down the beings those Whateleys were so fond of. So I've read The Dunwich Horror, and I liked it a lot, actually. So we are playing on standard again, so those are the tokens, and I think I have them all properly laid out. 2 zeros, 3 minus 1s, 2 2s. Oh. No, I have it right. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, this is a long prologue. Okay, here we go. Now, just as you saw, if anyone watched my interlude episode, I might change details when I do my own interludes or things like that, but I won't be doing that for a few episodes, so here is and I will always tell you what's in the box, and then you'll know it's my little one when it's in like a Word document. Okay, the prologue. Dr. Henry Armitage pours himself a glass of Pinot and sits down at his desk, gesturing for you to sit across from him. I apologize for the short notice, he begins. His face is pale, his forehead sweaty and wrinkled with worry. Armitage, the head librarian of Miskatonic University, and a former mentor of yours, or Carolyn's maybe, privately contacted you in the hopes of gaining your assistance. Eager to help, you made your way to his home in Southside. Upon entering, you were surprised to find his home in disarray. Books and notes litter his desk, and an empty bottle of wine is tipped over onto the ground by the fireplace. You'd always known Armitage to be neat and well organized. The elderly man takes a moment to collect his thoughts. I am looking for 2 of my colleagues, Dr. Francis Morgan, Professor of Archaeology, and Warren Rice, Professor of Languages. Warren was supposed to meet up with me over supper earlier today to discuss several important findings, but he has since gone missing. At first I thought nothing of it, but I have a nagging feeling something else is going on. A very familiar feeling. You've never seen Armitage quite this worried before. His hands tremble as he reaches for the glass on his desk, and he sips from it nervously. I tried to find Francis, hoping he knew where Warren was, but he too is out of touch. Francis has been spending a lot of time in the gambling den, or so I'm told. I sent for you because I'm worried Warren might be in trouble. I would appreciate it greatly if you could find him for me. You may also wish to ask Francis for help if you can reach him. Okay. And then we have to choose. Professor Warren Rice was last seen working late at night in the Humanities Department of Miskatonic University. Let's search for him there, which would proceed to scenario 1A, if you wish to find Professor Warren Rice first. Or Dr. Francis Morgan was last seen gambling at the Clover Club, an upscale speakeasy and gambling joint located downtown. Let's go talk to him. So we're going to proceed with scenario 1A, and I'm going to do my very best to play it to the characters, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. Scenario 1A, Extra-Curricular Activity. Dr. Armitage is worried his colleague Professor Warren Rice might be in trouble, so he has asked for your help in finding his friend. He seems unreasonably nervous about his colleague's disappearance, considering Professor Rice has only been missing for a matter of hours. Okay. I do apologize. I do have a slight cold. Another partial reason why I didn't record, but it's starting to get on now. Alright, so the encounter deck's already set up for us, depending on the following circumstances. Now, we haven't completed the other one, so the night is still young for when we pull out the faculty offices. Set the following cards out of side. We did that. Put the Miskatonic Quad, Orin Library, Humanities Building, Student Union, Science Building. Yeah. And we all start in the quad. Okay. So this is the layout. Miskatonic Quad. A too early winter has stripped the trees bare. Their dead branches whistle as a sharp, cold wind cuts across the empty quad. So we'll flip that. It's a 3-shad, 0 clue, with the ability to resign. We can't find Rice anywhere. You leave the campus hoping Armitage will forgive you. Surrounded by fences and gates of wrought iron, you can't help but feel as much a prisoner here as a guest. Now this is connected to quite a few places. We can go to the Student Union, Humanities Building, Orin Library, Science Building, and Administration Building. And I'll read them as we get to them. So now we're at 2 players, that's changed. In the agenda, you have arrived at Miskatonic University campus in search of Professor Warren Rice. Classes are over, and a mysterious silence hangs in the air over the quad. It's a 7 doom threshold. Act 1A, After Hours. Professor Rice was last seen several hours ago by one of Armitage's students in the Humanities Building, and it's 3 clues per investigator, so that is now 6. Now, for our scenario, skulls are -1, and if we fail, we have to discard 3 cards off the top of our deck. The cultist is -1, or a -3 if there are 10 or more cards in your discard pile. And the Elder Thing token, which I don't think we have, is -X. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. X is the total printed cost of the discarded cards. So we're going to steal that. Oh, did I not control it? There we go. Okay. And now that we have 2 players, a few different rules come into play. So we're going to have Roland be the lead investigator, so I'm going to put this closer to him. Sure. Let's just try to put it there. And then if it's going to be Carolyn next game, it'll be over here, something like that. Actually, no. Technically, if we did it story-wise, Carolyn would be... because she knows Rice and she's leading this in our own little canon. Okay. Okay, let's shuffle up. Oh shoot, how am I gonna... I guess I'll build her hand. Oh, okay. Alright, let's start with Roland. Alright, we have Prepared for the Worst, Inquiring Mind, Something Worth Fighting For, Working a Hunch, and the Thompson. This is good. I think we're gonna keep... we're gonna get rid of Prepared for the Worst. And I think we'll get rid of something worth fighting for. And we're going to keep inquiring minds just in case there's something that delivers horror, a test that delivers horror, and we have a clue. I think that'll work out okay. Oh cool, so we got some more weapons and something to also help with sanity. Okay, then moving on to Carolyn here. Carolyn has emergency cash, dynamite blast, logical reasoning, read the signs, and doomed, her weakness. We're not going to be getting that. Okay. Things to keep. Well, let's keep logical reasoning so we can do a quick heal on Roland. And I don't think we need the emergency cash, but we'll keep the rest. Another ward. And fine clothes. Okay. Not terrible. And I think we'll have Carolyn go first here. So, for our first action, we're going to play Fine Clothes. So, Fine Clothes is a one-cost asset. Reduce the difficulty skill test you perform during parlay actions by 2. There's nothing quite like the feel of silk against your skin. Okay, that's good. Then I think we'll move to the Orn Library. So the hold on, I forgot to read the Orn Library. 3 floors of weathered grey granite. The library looks more like a reliquary than a place of learning. Stone gargoyles snarl down from above arched windows, and Latin script winds around the double doors at the top of a wide set of stone steps. Okay, there we go. It's a 3-shroud, 1 clue per investigator location. You must spend 1 additional action to investigate the Orn Library. The Orn Library is a labyrinth of dusty bookshelves and poorly lit halls. Victory 1. Okay. So that was our second action to move. And if we use Read the Signs, which is a newer card by the way, investigate. Add your willpower value to your skill for the investigation. You may ignore the effect or keyword on your location, which would trigger during this investigation. If you succeed, discover 1 additional clue at this location. A grisly future is laid before you. Do you turn away or do you embrace it? Well, I say we go ahead and use this. So this adds her willpower, which is currently a 3, to her investigation of 4. Like these little, boom, we're at a +3. Oh. Does that do it? We were yeah, it does. Good job. That is 1 in the victory display for us. That's a really good start. Alright. And that is her whole turn. Roland's turn. We're not going to stray too far. I think the safest place for him to go is the Student Union. If I recall, Humanities Building is not good if you have damage on you. So let's use his first action. Actually, let's stay there for a sec. First action, gain a resource. Second action, play a giant gun. It's 5 ammo. There we go. Yeah, we'll move down to the Student Union for our last. Even at this late hour, you can hear muffled chatter from inside the Student Union. Perhaps one of the students will know where Professor Rice is. So a 1 shroud location with 2 clues. After student union is revealed, put the set-aside dormitories into play. For 2 actions, we can heal 1 damage in horror, which is actually pretty good for him. But that will be his turn. Okay, that was the investigation phase. On to the enemy phase. No enemies. On to the upkeep phase. Gain resource. Draw a card. Ooh. Hello, hello. In the 2 games I played before this, I rather discarded this or had to toss it away for something. I never got to use it. Alright, Miss Carolyn. Ooh, hypnotic therapy. Awesome. Okay. Great. Mythos. Turn 2. 1 doom. Give a good shuffle over there. And I believe since she's lead investigator, she draws first. The Light of Forgamon. So when you see peril, that means in a game with real people, you wouldn't be able to tell them what you're reading. The way my friend and I did this is the minute it said peril, you flipped it, and then there's a way to read cards upside down. I think it's Shift-Alt. Yes. And then people can see you're reading a card upside down, but they can't read it unless they do the same thing. You must attach Light of Forgamon to either the current agenda or the current act. Limit 1 per agenda or act. Treat all damage as direct damage and all horror as direct horror. That is bad for Roland. I don't know what's gonna go first. I'm gonna hope it's the act deck. Alright. Alright, no tokens. Can we put this on the same one? Limit. Oh, man. What a bad shuffle. Doesn't matter. Alright. Alright, we'll just have to heal Roland. That's all. Alright, investigation. Alright. Let's have Carolyn go first again. So Carolyn will move down. Professor Rice was last seen in the Humanities building, teaching one of his Latin classes. The murky windows of the weather-worn structure emit no light, and the night is silent around you. Tons of clues here. 3 shroud, 2 per investigator. At the end of your turn, if you are in the Humanities building, discard the top X cards of your deck, where X is the amount of horror on you. The power is out, plunging the building's halls into heavy darkness. There is no sign of Professor Rice, but there are tons of clues. So that's our first action. But I think for her second action, we're going to play that hypnotic therapy just to get it out. Because we're going to start healing Roland very, very soon. She has nothing else, no weapon, but she does have some cancellation, which is great. But she can only cancel once for herself. Alright, well, let's do an investigation. So we are a 4 to a 3. It's not bad. Okay, that's a fail. That's Carolyn done. Roland will also do some investigation, I believe. I'd like to get some resources too. But let's do the investigations first. Alright, so there's 1 clue. We'll do it again. Ooh, auto fail. 3rd time. There's 2. Alright. I got a +1 the first time. I was like, what did I get the first time? Am I sure I deserve that? Alright, so that's his whole turn, but I'm going to highlight the dormitories right here. The door leading into the dormitories is locked. You cannot move into the dormitories. The red brick from the west dormitory could be seen through the trees. So, yeah. Can't get in there yet. Alright. Since it's the end of the turn, she has no horror on her, so she takes no negative effects from the humanities building. Enemies, none. Upkeep. Gain a resource, draw a card. Ooh, Pathfinder's really good. Ah, so many things he wants to get out and down. I was hoping to shoot things because this upgraded Thompson gets resources for bullets spent. So. And then over here, Miss Carolyn. Ah, she's got another healing item. Very good. So we really need to get on that trade. Mythos. We are on turn 3 to Doom. It's always lead investigator first, right? I think so. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If a copy of that asset is discarded, take 2 horror. Well, it's going to be the fine clothes. I don't want to get rid of hypnotic therapy. Alright, first off, we lose painkillers. Second, foolishness. Great. No stone unturned. Okay, not terrible. There we go. Yithian Observer. It's a 4 fight, 4 health, 3 evade, monster Yithian. Its prey is the fused cards in hand. Forced, when the Yithian Observer attacks you, you discard 1 card at random from your hand. If you cannot, the Yithian Observer deals +1 damage and +1 horror for this attack. Alright, perfect. That's exactly what we needed, and he's worth a victory point. In the good game, we actually didn't fight a Yithian at all. We still did really well. Okay, so I'd like Roland to go first for this one. So we're going to spend a resource, or spend a bullet, gain a resource. So that's going to put us +2. We could commit to make this guaranteed almost. But there's only 3 tokens that would be bad. Yeah, let's just risk it. That is a -1. Second action again. Gotta make sure there's not a token here. That is a -1 as well. And that kills the Yithian Observer. Unfortunately, there are no clues left at the student union, so I can't use my ability. Alright. So that was 2 turns, and I think for my 3rd turn, Roland will move back up to the Miskatonic Quad. Might want to get that Pathfinder into play very soon. Actually, if we play Pathfinder, use Pathfinder, we can, it's the exact same. It's the exact same thing. Okay. That was great. Carolyn. She's got some clues. Can we collect them? Alright. I think Carolyn's going to draw a card first. Oh, well, it was going to happen. Here's our weakness. Campaign mode only. Doomed. Take 1 horror. In your campaign log, under your investigator's earned story assets weaknesses, record Doom approaches. If this was already recorded, remove Doomed from your deck. Search the collection for a Cursed Fate and place it on the bottom of your deck. I'm assuming this doesn't stay in your hand, does it? One horror. Record. I'm just gonna put it there. So I have to write what Doom approaches. Well, that sucks. Ominous. Alright. Let's do some discovering. Second action, investigate. This is not meant to be for Carolyn. Alright, again. There we go. We're almost there. We only need one more clue. We just don't want to send Roland here because he's going to discard so many cards of his deck. But now that he has Pathfinder, we can move. He could maybe play Working a Hunch. Oh no, we'll use Inquiring Mind. Yeah. Alright, well that's it. Enemy phase. We killed the enemy. Upkeep phase. Gain a resource, draw a card. Nice. Gain a resource. Nice! This is looking good so far. Knock on wood. Mythos. Turn 4. 3 Doom. So we're getting there. Counter card. Ah. Well, Roland was going to go over there anyway. Thrall. 2 fight, 2 health, 2 evade. Humanoid, monster, abomination. Spawn, location with the most clues. Retaliate. A malevolence has overtaken their minds, turning them into soulless puppets. Okay. Visions of future past. Test 5 willpower. For each point you fail by, discard the top card of your deck. Are these visions of things to be, or things that they might be? Or could these horrors have already happened? Right, how does Steadfast work? So we have 14 in total, but we've got 5 damage on us, so this would only be worth 2. We could play it with Unexpected Courage to give us 4. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's go. So we were 7 to a 5, but we only discard 1 card. And it was Working a Hunch. Alright. Could have been worse. We have a Working our Hunch in our hand, so... Alright. Investigation phase. We're going to have Roland go first this time. Who's going to activate his Pathfinder. So during your turn, if you're not engaged with any enemies, exhaust Pathfinder to move to a connecting location. Searchers after horror haunt strange far places. So this is a free move down here. I'm not going to engage the Thrall, I'm just going to shoot the Thrall. So the thing is, if I miss though, I actually hit Carolyn. So we're going to try not to miss. But we're going to be a 6 to a 2, which is perfect. So we're spending a bullet, gaining a resource. That is a -1, which will completely annihilate the Thrall. There is a clue at this location, so we're going to use his ability to get that. So that was just 1 action. We're going to investigate with Inquiring Mind. So that is plus, or so we're 6 to a 3. Perfect. Get another clue. And then we're going to move away for last action. That was pretty good. That was really good for Roland, actually. Alright, Carolyn's turn. Let us advance the act. Because we have 6 clues. So we have to spend 6 clues. We're going to spend 4 of Roland's. And 2 of Carolyn's. The head janitor. Act 1B. You were unable to find Professor Rice, but one of the students you spoke with mentioned a strange man entering Rice's office. Unfortunately, the door leading to the faculty offices is locked at this late hour. The student says that the head janitor, Jazz, might be able to let you in if you can find him. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and the set-aside Jazz mulligan into the encounter deck. Cool. So, where's Jazz? There's Jazz. Here's the discard pile. Hurry up. And we still have 3 actions with her, so we're going to really try to get this last clue off the humanities building. So Carolyn's going to use $1 to play the magnifying glass. It is fast, so it doesn't cost an action. And we get +1 intellect while investigating. A lens into a world unseen can reveal things you wish it hadn't. We've seen the card before. And we're going to investigate. So we are a 5 to a 3. Yikes, Carolyn does not have good luck here. Try again. Jeez Louise. Oh, when did we get that horror? Last turn, right? So this card should be here. And then we'll have to discard another one. Okay, so she got the clue. Great. And then we have the enemy phase. So that was the end of her turn. Oh, would we have lost the magnifying glass? Would we have lost the magnifying glass? And this would have been the card she got. I believe so. Good thing that thing didn't help. And then because it's the end of the turn, we lose a card now. And then she'll draw the next one. Okay. Whew, that's a little confusing. Okay. Gain a resource, draw a card. Crap. Well, looks like we won't be getting agency backup anytime soon. Alright. Carolyn gets 1. And it's her weakness. Oh, what? Did I pick up the whole deck? Okay, flashlight. Okay. Mythos. Oh, this is gone. Oh, I didn't read the act. Act 2A, Rice's whereabouts. Concerned for Professor Rice's safety, you seek out the head janitor who can let you into the locked sections of the campus. So as an action, we can spend 1 clue to discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. If we were playing solo, it would be 10. If you discard Jazz, for any reason, resolves his revelation effect, and when we get control of him, we advance. Okay. Still climbing that threshold there. Carolyn gets a whippoorwill. Whippoorwills are fun. Oh, oh god. Alright. That's fun. That's really funny. So whippoorwills are 2 fight, 1 health, 4 evade. They are aloof and hunters, so that means you have to engage them to fight them. But they have an interesting ability where they lower all your stats by 1. So they just kind of hover around you. With the hunter trait, they'll follow you. It just be a detriment. It is vowed that the birds are psychopomps lying in wait for the souls of the dying. So, this is quite funny because he wants to deal with this and she wants to deal with this. Does it have a prey? It just hunts. Because what I'm thinking is, it will move up here, and if we could lead it to one of these locations, and then have Roland kill it, well, it's free clue. So, let's have Carolyn go first. Keep forgetting to... I spun those, didn't I? Okay. Carolyn's first action. Move. Second action. We're going to play the Hallowed Mirror, which puts a soothing melody in her hand. Put 2 soothing melodies into her deck. And then for her third action, she's going to play Soothing Melody. So Soothing Melody is a bonded card. It only appears when the Hallowed Mirror is put into play. I think we've explained Hallowed Mirror before, right? But just in case, we can heal 2 damage or horror, or any combination, or ally assets, and then we can, at your location, draw a card. So I think a smart move would be to take 2 horror off Roland, and we will exhaust Hypnotic Therapy to heal a 3rd off him. And he gets a resource from my ability. I think that was a good play. So he's pretty much good to go. He has a little bit of damage on him, but that's fine. I gave him a resource, which is good, because he could play the tower now on his turn. But he also doesn't have any... Oh, yeah. He cannot commit cards to skill tests. He wouldn't want to commit any of them anyway, right now. So, that's fine. So the Whippoorwill's going to come up here and engage Carolyn. Let's have Roland Pathfind down. The Administration Building. Around the aged Administration Building, creepers of ivy climb from the ground in an effort to claim it. The old hall stands alone in an isolated section of the campus apart from the day-to-day bustle of students. There are 2 clues. After Administration Building is revealed, put the set-aside faculty offices into play. The hour is late. The night is still young. Alright. At the end of your turn, if you are in the Administration Building, discard the top card of your deck. No, we won't want to stay there, but I think we'll go ahead, play Working a Hunch, to pull a clue off. Is this the place where I want to pull the Whippoorwill? So let's see, I Pathfinded, I played, oh that's fast, played Working a Hunch. Let's draw a card. More weapons. Alright, let's move back. And gain a resource. Yeah. Alright, and that's the whole turn. That's everyone done. Enemy phase. Hunter's Hunt is hover. And next up is upkeep. Gain resource, draw a card. Alright, Steadfast. Which now we can activate its double ability. She will gain a resource. She draws Teamwork. Trade any number of item assets, ally assets, or resources among one another. That could be handy very soon. Oh yeah. Get that agency back up into play. Oh yeah. Roland will just be able to suck up clues like crazy. Okay. Excellent. Mythos. We are on turn 6. 5 Doom of 7. Still haven't got Jazz yet. Eager for Death. Test 2 willpower. Increase the skill test's difficulty by 1 for each damage on you. If you fail, take 2 horror. If they can catch the fleeing soul when it leaves the body, they instantly flutter away, chittering in demonic laughter. Okay. Well, we have the Whippoorwill at our location, so our willpower is actually a 2. But this is a treachery. She can take 2 horror. Actually, we'll commit logical reasoning. So this is actually... yeah, we'll commit logical reasoning. So we're a 4 to a 2. We pass. And he draws a Whippoorwill. We gotta kill them now. There's 2 at the same location. This is bad. Okay. I really don't want to use my gun, but I feel like I might have to for at least the first shot. Alright, so we're going to have Roland go first. Roland's first action. Engage. Second action, shoot. So we are normally a 6, but we're down by 2. So it's a 4 to a 2. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. You did. And then I'll move here, and we'll have the Whippoorwill follow. Yes. He will have to discard the top card of his deck. That sucks. Alright, that's Roland done. Alright, Carolyn. Let's try to get Jazz. Jazz. Parlay 3 if successful, take control. But because of the Whippoorwill, my investigate is a 3. I don't really want to commit much of these. Maybe the flashlight? Maybe the teamwork. Roland seems to be doing okay for supplies. Alright, so that is a 5 to a 3. Okay, cool. Alright, we ignore the tasks on each unrevealed Miskatonic location. That's good. Alright, now we've taken control of Jazz. You convince Jazz that something strange is going on, and that Professor Rice may be in danger. He doesn't trust you enough to hand you his keys, but he agrees to come with you. All of a sudden you hear a crash coming from the sides building, and a student rushes towards you. "Help!" he cries. "There's some kind of animal loose in the chem labs. I only barely caught a glimpse of it, but..." He shudders. "I think it's heading to the dorms. You gotta do something." The alchemy lab's location is not in play. Put it into play. If you're at Agenda 1 or 2, spawn the set-aside experiment in the alchemy labs. And we have not completed the house always wins. Extra-curricular activities is the first scenario of the campaign. Remove the set-aside alchemical concoction from the game. Okay, a lot of stuff there. The alchemy labs. The experiment. Something went terribly wrong. He's 4 fight, 7 health, 2 evade, monster, abomination, elite. He's massive. He gets plus 3 health per investigator, so he's at 13 health. When the enemy phase begins, ready the experiment. So evading him's kinda Objective: if the experiment is defeated, advance to Act 3B, and he's worth 2 victory points. Okay, well, I think we have a bit of time to get there. So that was our first action. Carolyn's going to move to the science building. The science building dominates the eastern side of the campus. Its windows are dark, save for a lone window shining faintly in the corner of the basement. 2 shroud, 2 clues. After it's revealed, put the set-aside alchemy labs into play. When you fail a willpower test in the science building, you take 1 damage. A trail of viscous ooze snakes through the halls of the science building's first floor, leading down into the basement. Dun dun dun. A pungent stench rises from the laboratory downstairs. The silence of the hall is broken by the unmistakable hiss of a burner. Dun dun dun. Alright, so that's our second action. A third action. Let's investigate. The chaos bag does not want her to investigate. Okay. The whippoorwills. So, since it doesn't have a prey ability, we get to choose where it goes. So it's going to go down to Roland. Okay. That's it. Upkeep. Gain a resource. Draw a card. Acquiring mine. Cool. Let me handle this. Fast play. After another investigator draws a non-peril encounter card, but before resolving the card's effects. You are considered to have drawn the encounter card instead, and you get +2 to each of your skills while resolving the card's revelation effect. That's really good. Offer of power. You must either choose one. Draw 2 cards and place 2 doom on the current agenda, causing it to advance, or take 2 horror. A voice inside your head offers you power for a price. She'll take 2 horror. Bye-bye. And Roland gets a thrall. Well. Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay. I think Roland will go first. So let's shoot the thrall. So we are only a 5 to a 2. Yeah. Oh, perfect. It is dead. Use his ability to grab a clue. We don't need clues, but just in case. That was my first action. Second action. I'm gonna play the agency backup. Oh yes. Alright, we're gonna exhaust agency backup. Put a damage token on him. Deal 1 damage to 1 enemy at your location, killing the whippoorwills as well. So first action was shoot, and I got a clue. Second action, play the backup. Use the backup. Use Pathfinder's free move ability to move up here. And last action, move to Carolyn. It's not bad. That was a good turn. And now we have extra horror soak as well. If we need it. Because I doubt we're going to be using it for its clue now. Carolyn. If we go in here, can she... She doesn't really have a way to evade. Well, okay. Carolyn will... So, the problem I have here is there are 3 different ways to win. You can clear all the clues here, which means you've saved the students, yet the experiment still lives. And I think if you go to the faculty offices, you find Rice, but the experiment kills the students. And if you kill the experiment, you don't find Rice, and the students live. So I don't know. I think these are both victory locations, so we'll probably want to go to them anyway. Alright, Carolyn, let's move. Move? Yeah. So the door is locked, you cannot move in, but since we have Jazz, you ignore the text on each unrevealed Miskatonic location. You come to a locked door at the top of the stairs leading to the 3rd floor of the administration building. Though its frosted windows, or through its frosted windows, you glimpse a shadow darting across the hall. Forced after the faculty offices are revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a humanoid enemy and spawn it here. Whoops. Shuffle the encounter deck. Ooh. Well. Forgot about that. Hopefully it's a thrall. Nope. Enter the Wizard of Yog-Sothoth. He's a 4-fight, 3 health, 3 evade, humanoid sorcerer. He preys on the least cards in hand, and is a hunter. When the engaged investigator draws a hex or a pact card, the Wizard of Yog-Sothoth attacks that investigator. Yikes. So we just use her full turn up. Move. Shit, Roland. Shit. You were over there. What was the point, Roland? It's too late now. Too late to go back. I should have probably thought about what I wanted to do with Carolyn in the first place. Enemy phase. So she's gonna get attacked, which is bad. We could... No, because we still have this, don't we? I was gonna say we could put on Jazz, but nope. No, we can't. So she took her damage from the enemy. Upkeep. Gain a resource, draw a card. Prepared for the worst isn't actually bad. If I did want to play another Thompson. Did I get a resource for my last shot? I don't think so. No, maybe I did. I don't know. Can't remember. It's my own fault. Okay. Gain a resource, draw a card. Oh! That changes things a little bit. It's a little bit of fight back. I mean, she'd be tied, but... Okay. Well, let's see how the rest of this goes. Mythos. Turn 8. The university is dead silent. The shadows coil about your feet as you walk, and you swear there's something following you with each step you take. Is it just your imagination? Or is there really someone or something stalking you? Each investigator with 5 or more cards in their discard pile takes 1 horror. Each investigator with 10 or more takes 2 horror instead. And then we advance to 2A. So quickly, 6, which we don't actually have to put on Roland. You need to heal yourself, honey. Okay. Ancient Evils. Oh, let's read this new agenda. Professor Rice's disappearance isn't the only thing amiss at the university. You're unsure exactly what is going on, but you're starting to believe Armitage was right in asking for your help. Each investigator's maximum hand size is reduced by 3 while checking their hand during the upkeep phase. 3 doom. Okay. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If a copy of that asset is discarded, take 2 horror. Oh, this is great, because I can put the Thompson back in. I mean, if I discard it's bad, but... Lolita. Overpower. Oh. Well, not the worst. Okay. Okay. Who goes first? Roland, right? Okay. So, activate Pathfinder. Move. And we... Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I don't have a gun? It's got 3 health, though. Okay, I'll take a resource. No. I'll engage him to get it off Carolyn. Carolyn. Oh boy. What does Carolyn do? Let's play Shriveling. For 1. Do we just shrivel at it? It's not good odds. Roland can't commit cards. Let's try a shrivel. So that puts us at a 4/5 to a 4. -1, that's a hit. But that also gives us a horror. Yikes. Well, Roland might be able to take it out next turn. Oh, he will be with the agency backup. Right? Did he use the agency backup last turn? It's my own fault for not doing things properly. Or do I attempt to hit again? I think I should probably go to heal. Alright, let's attempt to heal. So it's 4 to 2. God damn it. That didn't work. Alright. Enemy phase. Oh, did we draw a hex or a pact? Roland did, but he wasn't engaged with Roland. Omen. Okay. Gotta remember that for this turn. Alright, so Roland will put both the horror on here. No, he'll put... yeah. We'll take one, he'll take one, and Roland will take the health hit. Yeah. Okay. That's the enemy phase. Upkeep. Gain a resource, draw a card. Shortcut's good. Alright. Gain a resource, draw a card. Ah, perfect. Soothing Melody. Great. There we go. Properly doing stuff. Mythos. Okay, we're almost through that agenda. Thrall. Great. Well, she can kind of deal with the Thrall. Locked door. Well, that's just annoying. We'll have to break that later. Alright, investigation. So we're going to deal damage to the agency backup to deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location. Putting the wizard into our victory display. I need to let her go first so she can take the initiative. Shit. Right. And this door, let's break down the door. There's a clue on the location, so let's use Inquiring Mind. Putting us at a 7 to a 4. We break down the locked door. And I say let's investigate, but... oh, can I not commit because of this? Well, good thing we passed. Fudge you. Okay, gain a resource. Play gun. Alright. That's not too bad. Do I want to move? Oh, hold on. What did I do? It was... Agents of backup killed it. I broke down the door. Gained a resource, played a gun. Because I totally forgot about this. Oh, but she can deal with it herself. That's why it was fine. Okay. She don't need no man. Okay, so Shriveling Charge. Does she want to commit anything? No. So we're a 4 to a 2. Bye-bye. Second action. Soothing Melody. I forgot to draw the card from Soothing Melody the first time, didn't I? I'm such a tool. Okay. So we'll heal her 3 times, right? She gains a resource. It's pretty good. It's really good, actually. And we'll play Peter Sylvester, so he can start taking all this horror and healing it, and getting free money for her. It's a little late, but whatever. Enemy phase. None to deal with. Oh, Roland killed an enemy, didn't he? So he gets a clue. Right. Upkeep phase. Oh, there's the Thompson. It's okay, we got a gun already. And the fine clothes are back. Okay. Mythos. The experiment gone wrong. A cry of fear echoes through the campus, and several students flee from the eastern side of the university where the science building can be found. Could this commotion be linked to Professor Rice's disappearance? If the dormitory's location is not in play, put it into play. If the experiment is in play, move it one location toward the dormitories. If the experiment is not in play, spawn it in the science building. The Beast Unleashed. Some kind of wild creature is on the loose. Whatever it is, it appears to be headed towards the university dormitories. When this agenda would advance by reaching its doom threshold, instead, remove all doom in play from the experiment and move the experiment one location towards the dormitories. And if it enters the dormitories, advance. Okay. Great. Arcane barrier attached to your location. As an additional cost to move into or out of attached location, test 4 willpower. If you succeed, discard the arcane barrier. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effects of the move or discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Great. So is there 2 arcane barriers? I guess. Well, that's fun. Is that a treachery? We are going to play Word of Protection. Put the horror on Peter. Get rid of one of these. That's insane. We'll never leave. Okay. Let's have Carolyn go first. For once. Yeah. So she is a 4 to a 2. So let's try to investigate. Okay, so there's 1. Second. 2. And she has the best chance to probably break the barrier, so I'm gonna move. Right, that's what you gotta do? Yep, move. So we are a 4 to a 4. This was only a +1. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. Alright, she ends her turn here, so she has to discard the top card of her deck. Dynamite Blast. Could have used that. Alright, Roland. Can you get this last clue, buddy? Oh, that tower card, though. Alright, we'll just do flat investigate 3 to a 2. Yeah, cool. We get it. Alright, so the question is, with Lita in Roland's discard pile, fighting the experiment becomes a lot harder. Because with it, he could play the Thompson, and with all 5 ammo charges, that's 15 damage. So 2 turns he could kill it, right? Successfully, if he's successful. But without it, that only does 10 damage. 11, 12. I don't know. Alright, well, first thing, I guess that's the point, right? Because you could just spend the clues here and get out. Or we could save the students. Keep the experiment alive. If we don't get Ancient Evils, it'll take 2 turns to get here, 2 turns to get here, 2 turns to get here. It would take me, Pathfinder, move, move, move. Oh wait, I can't get in there because I don't have Jazz. So Pathfinder, move, move. Resource up. If Carolyn can heal the agency back up, it might still be fine. Because Carolyn would have to move, move, move. That's her whole turn. But Roland would already be here, so he could move, get some clues. I'm just wondering if there's a way to get this in to kill him. I'm not sure if this is when you reveal it, the clues will drop, and then it might have an objective once all clues are gone, you automatically advance. Well, I guess it's worth a shot. We can always run back over here. So Pathfinder, move, move, gain a resource. So Pathfinder, move, move, resource. That's it. Enemies, we don't have any. Upkeep, gain a resource, draw a card. Take the initiative, that's funny. Gain a resource, draw a card. Did we forget to draw a card for Soothing Melody again? I swear we did. Whatever, it's our own fault. Delay the Inevitable is really good though. Play during your turn, attach an investigator at your location under his or her control. So, this plays to defeating the experiment for sure. So Roland could actually go over there and try to pump into him. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Turn 11, 1 Doom. Oh, he moves next turn. Okay. Beyond the Veil. Put Beyond the Veil into your threat area if there's no copy in your threat area. If your deck has no cards in it, you take 10 damage. Alright, we're okay. Terror from Beyond. Choose one of the following. I'm gonna sadly choose... Wait a sec. If I choose assets, I would lose my guns. But it would get rid of the tower, though, I think, right? Yeah, it would. This is 8 damage here. I could prepare for the worst. But there's only one more weapon in there. If we get rid of skill cards, though... Alright, we'll get rid of skill cards. So that card is a peril card. And you have to choose, so you can't tell your friends, but you have to choose asset, event, or skill, and then each player has to discard cards in their hand that match what those are. So, excuse me, I have assets and events, asset and event. I only chose skill because we can't commit to skills, so yeah, and I need the assets. Alright, we're back. And who goes first? Carolyn. So she's gonna move, move, move. Move, move, move. The red brick from the west dormitory could be seen through the trees. Oh, okay. So we're not forced to advance. So we could try to get us all the victory points. If the investigators in the dormitory spend 3 clues as a group. As you explore these old, well-kept buildings, you find yourself wondering whether the beds are comfortable. Okay. Got a little messed up there. Alright, Roland. Pathfinder. Let's put a horror on you for a free clue. And then got 3 turns with Shroud of 1. Let's do it. It's 1 clue. That's a fail. And that's a fail. Well. We tried. Enemy phase. No enemies. Upkeep phase. Gain resource to a card. Bandolier. You come at a good time, my friend. But we need some money. Solemn vow. That would be good too. Interesting. We're at the same location, so that's good. If the owner of Solemn Vow is at your location, exhaust it, and move 1 damage or horror from a card you control to a card that investigator controls. Alright, so that should be healed. She should get a resource for that. Okay. Let's see how we handle this Mythos face. Oh, did she get a surge? The first time? Well, we'll count that as your surge. Here's another one. Thrall. Everything happens for a reason. Ancient Evils. Oh, I didn't even advance this. Man, I'm doing everything wrong. Okay, well. I think we're okay. I think we're back to somewhat normal. I hope. Okay, do we let Carolyn go first? No, because if Roland kills us, we get a clue. So Roland's gonna shoot. So we are a 7 to a 2. Cool. Bye-bye. Get a clue. Play 2. Actually, play 4 for the automatic. So, Pathfinder. Shortcut? No. Save Pathfinder. Get a clue. Yeah, we'll try to get a clue. Well, how about that? All right. Okay, we'll play Solve Bio for free over here. And let's exhaust it to move one horror over here. So that's all, that's a free move. And we'll investigate. That's one clue. Investigate again. That's another clue. Keep this streak going. Perfect. Okay. We're prepped. Well, we have to kill him in 2 turns. Like there's no excuse. Like there's no other option. Right. Enemy phase. Upkeep. Gain resource. Draw a card. Okay. Gain a resource. Draw a card. Okay. You heal that. Gain a resource. If I had teamwork, though, just load them up. Experiment moves. Whippoorwill. No. Terror from Beyond. I'll pick skill cards again. Because I don't think I drew any new. She hasn't. Not that I would know that in a normal game. Okay. The good news about this is that for turn 1, we can have Roland. Yeah, we'll have Roland go first. Roland is going to Pathfind up. I'm going to bring the experiment down just so. Alright, so now we have the experiment in front of us. We're going to shoot it. So this only puts us at a 5. Oh shit. Maybe I should have thought this through a little bit more. Okay, yeah. Let's give it a go. Shoot. Oh, fudge. This is going bad. Oh no. Are you kidding me? This is bad. We're gonna activate Salt Vow. Take a damage off. Put on Carolyn. That's bad. Okay. Carolyn. Okay. I don't know what the I don't know what to do. Delay the inevitable on Roland? I guess. Yeah. So... Actually... Shrivel the Whippoorwill? Yeah. So it's a 2 to a 2. That's all we got. Shit. Oh, we would have had to engage the Whippoorwill as well. Okay, well. This is going poorly. Oh no. We do have the option to just escape. Enemy phase. Roland takes damage. Magnified glass. Peter. Okay. Yeah. Offer of power. Or take 2 horror. He's already here, so I have to take 2 horror. Yeah. I'm gonna tag my agency back up here to do another damage to the experiment. We have to leave though, right? So the question is... You know what? I don't think I've ever saved the students. Let's save the students. Like, I've done this one and the experiment. I don't think I've ever saved the students. Right? We're gonna come down here. We're gonna spend clues. And we're gonna save the students. Never done it before. But I just don't... With that turn of 3 fail attacks, I realized too late that these weren't +2s. So... Because I need this gun out for that. I need to upgrade this. Oh, we'll get plenty of experience off this, so we'll see. Okay, R2, we're saving the students. Resolution 2. You pull each of the dormitory's fire alarms and usher the students out of the building's north exit, hoping to make your way off campus. Many of the students are confused and exhausted, but you believe an attempt to explain the situation will do more harm than good. Minutes later, a terrible screech echoes across the campus, piercing and shrill. You tell the students to wait and head back to the dormitories to investigate. Oddly, you find no trace of the creature, a prospect that worries you more than it relieves you. You hurry to the faculty offices to find Professor Rice, but there is no sign of him anywhere. In your campaign log, record that Professor Warren Rice was kidnapped. Okay. In your campaign log, record that the students were rescued. And experience. I think we did pretty well. We were 3 experience away, I think. Is this worth an experience? No. So we got 1 from the library, 2 from the observer, 3 from the wizard, 4 from the offices, 5 from the dormitories. Yeah. That is it. So I think there was another Yithian, and then of course there was experiment. So we have 5 experience. Please let me know what you guys think about upgrades. I'm not sure exactly what to get for Carolyn. I never played her, and I think I played her okay. Her deck building is a little weird because she's not really meant for damaging stuff. But I don't know if she would do well with... There has to be some cards that would be good for dealing damage that I'm just not thinking of. Well, maybe when I figure it out. We'll see. 5 experience is fun to play with, but I always forget I don't have to use it all. Don't always have to use it all. Alright, the next scenario will be the house always wins. As with Roland, we think he's going to be going insane anytime soon, so we will we'll still be building him a little rashly, but try to overcome a few of his weaknesses here, like, god damn this tower. I probably made mistakes, and I do apologize for that. Please let me know what I did wrong, just so that I know for future plays things that I clearly missed. There we go. We ended up with a lot of clues. It's very clue heavy. The first time I played this, it was at the 4-man group. It was very hard to do this with only like 2 people being able to get clues easily. Like, I think we had 2 people with 1 or 2 intellect. And they kept failing on that, so we ended up killing the experiment, but yeah. Okay, that was lots of fun, and I hope you had fun. I do apologize for being sick again, but I wanted to get something out, and I had 2 failed recording attempts with someone else, so maybe I'll have them in for the next one, who knows? But as always, I've been Shadow, and take it easy, everybody. Bye.